What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Grand Blue Season 2, this time with episode 8, I believe. 7, actually. Last episode, probably my favourite of the season so far. I do think the opening couple episodes are really strong, but just the wholesomeness and seeing how awesome friends they are, despite all their efforts to take down each other and look better in front of the girls. Absolutely loved how we kind of resolved it. Iori pouring the beer on that girl, who we haven't seen the last of, I'm absolutely sure, considering we see her quite a bit in the opening / ending, I think. But yeah, love how they handled that. It was definitely some of the most wholesome we've seen of this show so far. And we have seen quite a bit of wholesomeness, honestly. Maybe at like a 95 to 5% ratio. But do let me know what you guys think about this episode in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. Yes, good memories from that festival, I think, weren't there? Might not have been successful per se, but some memories for life right there, I think. Psycho. Madonna diving. Well, actually, we don't see her at all in the opening here, do we? But that girl that we did pour the beer on, she is quite prominent in the ending, isn't she? And I think we did see her in a couple of the key visuals. I assumed that she would be like a new member of the cast, in terms of like the friend group. Got like Dio over here. Funny enough, literally just watched one of my favorite episodes for a while of One Piece. Literally just watched where Aokoji, who's got the same voice actor, just came upon what's that guy's name? The guy with a big fluffy pink thingy. So we did see us the brewer, didn't we? Battle game. Yeah, this is quite the punishment game. I hope so too. He ain't got to use it yet, bless him. And he haven't got to use it yet. Probably. Oh, I don't know. I'd like to go pretty safe on the first one, and I think the second one's probably got the worst of it because you'd be upping it, see where the limit is, see how the first time reacts, and then yeah. This is very sore, isn't it? Just like wake up in a trap like that. How would you guys react though? I think that's one of the things that make the movie so good. It's like, holy shit, imagine waking up like that. And just know you've got to fucking mutilate yourself to survive. Oh, I got to use that as the example. Again, I personally would have started out lower and worked my way up rather than work my way down. I guess it doesn't really matter though, I guess. So in that case, I'd reverse it. So I don't want to get like too serious here, but I would, as I said, I would personally go a little bit lower than what I'd expect to smash his balls on the first attempt, just to gauge how hard that does hit and how well he handles it. And then I'd start increasing to the point where you hit a point where it's too much, and then that person's got the unfortunate thing of getting their balls destroyed. In this case, they've started off with the balls being destroyed and the height, so they're going to have to lower it each time. So I'd personally then lower it quite a lot to see just how the difference between the things. So I think in my situation, the person that goes second would have the hardest hit to the balls. In this situation, I think the person going second should have the softest hit to the balls, but I don't think that's going to end up that way. I think, especially now that Blondie's got his balls crushed, we're gonna want a bit of revenge here. To be honest, someone's getting away about their balls getting hit, and that doesn't seem right. It was a failure. True, true. Yeah, for real. Who was next to have their balls destroyed? Or he's not even wearing any glasses. Not wearing any glasses, and he's fucking doing that. Yeah. Either way, you two boys got lucky. You didn't go first or second, so you've got it good. Anyway, just accept it, bro. That as well. Yeah, this guy is a bit taller than the rest, so isn't that exactly the same where they went last time? 134 degrees. He's a bit taller though, so maybe it's slight variance. So it's that a bit too late. Yeah, just take the 1 degree off there. Right, you might as well be talking French to me right now. Oh, I see. Revenge. Poor geezer. Spread your legs. Oh crap. What are we setting this one to? 104. Seems okay. You've had a little bit more in there. God, this is a really impressive voice actor. Gotta say, it's incredible that he's actually still saying words while squealing like that. Well, you're just lucky you ain't got nothing down there. What did that say? Spend a night at the abandoned elementary school. Peekaboo summer camp guide. Spend a night in an abandoned elementary school. Okay. What is this shoddy ass poster right here? Summer camp. Oh god. So we enter in our Friday the 13th arc right now. Haunted summer camp. Jason lurking in the waters. This is not going to be good. I love my horror stuff though, so hopefully this might be a bit horror inspired. But yeah, awesome segment there to start off with. Again, I always love a bit of that voice actor that played the professor right there. That guy's also always awesome. As I said, I literally just watched one of my best One Piece episodes in a while with Aokiji yesterday. Good question. Ocean sound effect. Really? I mean, I can understand listening to something like that if you want to like fall asleep or something, but just like normally, there's a little. I guess everyone's got their things like that, though, haven't they? What was this country bumpkin ass song? That was hip. How did you get a hold of this? Is it sister? Yeah. I see. Some ammunition. She said use some ammunition. It's not awful. The quality is pretty bad, but it's not awful. Actually. I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to know. You guys do realize you're at an abandoned fucking school, right? Yeah. Like this is not gonna be some fucking. Yeah, it's not gonna be no wholesome getaway. Oh, that's the worst thing we've heard yet. Like, there's different courses. Sounds odd. Why would there be? It says girls and dummies. Brilliant. To be fair, almost quite accurate considering the whole kind of final girl stigma. Like, there's always a final girl, not usually final guy. The guys usually die. That's not even creepy, honestly. That's just like that's actually it's actually quite a normal doll. Nothing creepy about that one. You know what? Yeah, I agree. What was that? That was another doll. Oh, it was horrified. It was horrified at the treatment of it. Okay, can't treat her like that. None of these dolls have been awfully creepy so far, have they? Funny as well. Recently, I was just looking up more about the Annabelle doll. I was watching some videos about the Warrens, and I was watching some of they had a museum because I think it was like trending the other day or something that someone recently bought their museum in their house. So I was just, as I am, just interested in that kind of stuff. I don't believe in it, to be honest with you, but I was watching loads of videos about their museum and a kind of guide through it, and they were especially like careful of the Annabelle doll. Like apparently somebody um, like mocked it when they came there, and then they had like I think they like died afterwards. They like, had a bike accident and died or something after like mocking the doll and mocking its power. So yeah, I'm not sure I believe any of it, but it's interesting. It's interesting. I used to quite like ghost shows and ghost hunting shows and stuff like that, but when I look back, it's like, oh yeah, that's just like absolute nonsense, wasn't it? It's incredible when you think how did they get to air that stuff? Who allowed that? What sane person allowed that stuff to be aired? But yeah, I think the thought of the Annabelle doll and stuff that's pretty cool. Nihon Ningyo. What is that? It sounded sobby. What is that? Alright. What even is that? Like, what's the point of that? Oh. Used and abused. These guys go for a whole other type of horror. Real life horrors. Oh shit, what was that? So I'm assuming that's like something like wash your underparts with something and just slap them in the face. Like, they seem absolutely identical so far, don't they? Except for the fact these guys are actually getting abused. So what happens if they start hearing that sound, like the ones from the Grudge, with the bloody Grudge and the little kid and the woman? Those legs look a lot bigger than the legs on the other person. Yeah, those legs are humongous. Wow. So that was Azusa, of course. But yeah, these guys have had a horrible time, haven't they? Bless them. Good job, though. Pretty cool little setup they had there. Nice. Of course. The fucking spiritus. 90%. And now you might have a bit of a wholesome time. Who the fuck was that dude with the glasses? Yeah, you know what, yeah. Pretty accurate. Bless her. Bless her. Come on, Keiki. You need to get her. We need to get Keiki a boy, don't we? We need to get her someone. Because I think she's absolutely adorable. I think, yeah, she deserves it. Bless her. Ugh. At least she didn't fall down the stairs. Give me some of that spiritus. Wait, what exactly happened? Oh, she like kissed his head. And she said, wait, what? She said, I let this thing take my first kiss, is what I assumed she was going to say. That's not first kiss. That's a kiss you'd give your son or daughter or something, a kiss on the forehead like that. That don't count. That don't count at all. Although the Japanese do seem a bit, from judgment from what I've seen, like anime and such, they do seem a bit more flustered, I guess, around those sort of things. I know they have that whole kind of what's it called, when they like drink a drink, and that's like a kiss. That counts like a kiss to them when someone drinks this from the same drink as you. I forget what it's called exactly, but yeah, that's just like a normal thing. So yeah, that absolutely doesn't count. I don't think you got to worry about this, to be honest with you. So her mouth literally just touched his forehead. Like, no big deal at all there, really, is there? But she did weirdly like make that motion, didn't she? Like, she did like stick her lips out like that. That was a bit odd. Also, her hand looks very weird right there. So when she says this thing, is she talking about Iori or is she talking about that flannel thing? It'd be pretty harsh if she's talking about Iori, but I assume she was, honestly. See, I didn't even notice that. Like that's how little that meant. But I didn't even notice that happened. The hiccups, that's never a good sign. Honestly, I get the hiccups quite often. When I drink, I don't drink very often at all, though. At all. Probably why I get the hiccups quite often. Cakey. You deserve better, Cakey, don't worry. She maybe wants you to take her somewhere. Oh, I see. So you can't really blame her for like getting us drunk, considering she drank that fucking 90% stuff. That is I think if anyone had any sips of that, that would be enough to send you off for the night. I imagine if I had half a cup of that, that would almost kill me, I think. Okay. Okay. Was it what a simp? Was the girl told him to? What a simp. Revenge. I see. I see. Well, surely that's not good. Like, surely she should get fired, no? Your boss has literally just seen you pour a cup of water over someone's head. So this is why we see more of her. Okay. Okay. So this is where she is. Okay, good episode. Good episode again. I like this. Like I said, I like a bit of my horror stuff, so having a little haunted house was pretty fun. Less horror, more real life grossness, but honestly, a kind of similar thing. I feel like if horror movies can evoke that, that's when they're most powerful. So honestly, similar thing. But yeah, wholesome little end there. Again, I honestly, I prefer Keiki. Honestly, I think Keiki would be a like, I don't know. For me, if I was in this show, if I had a choice of any of the girls, it probably would be Keiki without the makeup. Just because, yeah, she's just so adorable and sweet. Not to say that not as so I forget her name to be honest, the red hair girl. But not to say that she isn't, but yeah. So yeah, so they're at work during that shot. Okay. So we'll go next week. So some of the work stuff out. So that is definitely not that alcohol. And there's that shot. Okay, looks like a rough time next week, doesn't it? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. As I said, really good episode today. Love this almost like Saw inspired segment at the start here with the science experiment stuff here going on. Everyone getting their hits in, which was good. Although I don't think we saw. Well, we didn't see the redhead guy with the purple outfit get hit, but he did. He did get hit. We saw him hold himself, didn't we? And I'm glad the teacher got hit. Hopefully, we see more of this teacher because, again, the voice actor fantastic. But today, like especially, he really showed his chops. Like actually speaking while like he really kind of gave the impression of someone like wheezing and someone really just not able to breathe while also speaking. So I think that's absolutely incredible how he pulled that off. The little haunted house here as well is really cool. A bit disgusting, but is what it is. And wholesome end here. It's like it's kind of sad, honestly, because you only really get these moments out of her when she is like really drunk like this. But you'd want her not to be drunk when she's like wholesome and says stuff like this. So it's like a bit of a double-edged sword of like, yes, it's kind of cute. She's like people release their kind of true feelings and thoughts when they're drunk and such. Like, yes, it's nice, but it's also like kind of wish she wasn't drunk in this moment and such. It'd be a lot cuter and more wholesome, but it is what it is. But yeah, it looks like we've got a lot of pain coming next episode. Let me know what you guys thought of this one though in the comments. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date though. And I'll see you next week with episode 8.